I say you go for that adventure. Please do. Don't hesitate. Don't waste your time thinking that there is tomorrow. Does it mean that life is always going to be all about adventure? You're going to do adventurous things day in, day out? Maybe not. But yeah, I think you have that. You have it in your mind. You're always thinking once in a while, not always. I need to go and do this. It's a fun thing. I want to go enjoy myself. Please do. I don't think there is fault in just that once in a while relaxing thing that you can do, because life is not all about relaxing, by the way. You also have to work hard. Please don't waste time postponing. But someone will ask, what if I don't have the capability? I want to go to the Philippines for a holiday of 2 weeks from Uganda, and it would take me a number of years to maybe save up something like 6 million Uganda shillings. That would be good enough for just an easy peasy. I even don't know if it's 6 million. I'm just taking a guess, but you get the point. What if you can't afford it? You want to go out there, but at that point in time, you can't afford it full. So here's the thing: you want to go to the Philippines. Is that the only thing? Is that the only drive that led you to choose the Philippines? And if you do not go to this country, then you haven't had fun. I stand to think by the time you have those big bucket list goals, there have to be smaller ones that lead up to that. For instance, you may be wanting to go for a tour outside your country, and yet you hardly know your country. Does that make pure sense? Of course, it could for someone. If you look at our behaviors these days, we are always on the internet, so you could see something on the internet and you've lived an experience in your mind that tells you, I want to go there, I want to do that, I want to see this place. And yeah, it's okay. But if it's out of your reach, how about you calm yourself down and think about it? Ask yourself, fine, I want to go for something that is 100 times what I can. Have I experienced these other things that are just next to me that probably cost something small? And it's out of that, it's from there that if you start with the small ones, they could probably lead you to the bigger one. Here's the thing: if I'm to relate, let's say, a broke Ugandan guy wanting to go to, let's say, the Grand Canyon in the USA for, a tourist experience, and for one, you can't even get the visa just like that. If I'm to kind of put that in business terms, I'm a broke guy who is jobless, dreaming of getting 1 billion Uganda shillings. Does it mean I cannot get that billion? Yes, I'm broke, jobless. I can, but is it just going to be a step from being broke and jobless to just having it? Or are there some in betweens? Things that will have to be done on my path to the billion Uganda shillings. My sane mind, the mind which is not insane, says there is a pathway. There are things that I'm going to have to do before I can reach that. I'm probably going to first have to get 100,000, 200,000, then 500,000, probably 1 million, then maybe 5 million, and 50, then 500 million Uganda shillings before I can finally achieve the 1 billion Uganda shilling in my bank account. And I'm trying to talk legit stuff. I'm not saying, hey, you're just walking through the forest and boom, there's a bag of 1 billion Uganda shillings. And what are the odds that you're just going to stumble on a bag of 1 billion? There are things that would just take you from almost zero to amazing, but what are the odds? So back to the whole thing of I'm a Ugandan and I want to take a trip to the most amazing country out there, I think. And I cannot afford it. Start from home. Some of you have not even gone looking for the gorillas down in Chisoro. Some of you have not gone on an expedition in Bwindi. You don't know what Chidepo National Park looks like. You've not been to the Maction Falls. Nowhere. And I'm talking about myself, by the way. I ain't been nowhere, and yet I want to go places. Yes, so I need to start somewhere, right where I am. Not so very far, not even those places that I mentioned, the likes of Chidepo, Windy, Maction Falls. Those are in terms of seeing animals and stuff. Right next to me, there are experiences that I could have. For instance, in our country, you have this very big lake, Lake Victoria. There oftentimes over the weekends, people go to the beach. I could have a beach experience. Yes, these beaches are not as amazing as, for example, the ones in the Philippines. They're not as big. But you know what? Amazing also comes out of the people you interact with. You could have an amazing time just with the people, the feeling, the groove of the place. So yes, start from around you. Start small. There is no fault in dreaming big, but start with what you have and build on top of that, step by step by step by step. For instance, I'm talking going to those very, very far places from our East African location here. But here's the thing, I'll give you an example. Before you even dare to fly out and go to another continent, there are certain things that are a must. You need to have a visa, you need to have a passport. That one, that's the beginning. So if you decided to start small, go local, you start by exploring Uganda. You pick your interest in knowing about East Africa, where Uganda is, countries like Tanzania, countries like Rwanda, Burundi, Kenya, talk of South Sudan, and now you're expanding. You've say gone around your country every month. You're always visiting here, just for a chill moment after you've worked so very very hard, and now you've literally exhausted your country and you want to now expand. So you apply for your passport. It's going to be necessary if you're going to go to your neighboring countries. Yes, they could be visa free, but you need a passport showing yes you are Ugandan and you're visiting Kenya. They'll have to stamp it. And you know, if there are visa requirements, that's a process you get to learn. And here's the thing, you even build your travel, you know, I don't know the word to use, but more of like building an experience. Like you're experienced in traveling, you start from home, you don't just hit it once. Within that, you learn how to program your trips, because work has to go on. You have to earn. These trips have to be funded. They're not just going to be freebies. No, they are funded trips. So you have to work, and it's your work is literally traveling, or you're a son of some major, son or daughter of someone major, or you have some, I don't know, big fat bank account and you're a retired person. Here's the thing I'm saying. If you do not have the capability right from the start to go to the best of the best places that you want and dream of going, does that mean you kill your dream because you do not have the ability to go there? I'm saying no, start with what you have. Start around you. Learn to be a tourist in your very own location. There are amazing things in my country and I haven't seen them. Okay, so here's the thing. What if I'm not a guy that likes like the national parks, and I simply want to go and experience the best hotels, visit my own hotels, go to places here that are in Uganda, go eat out in those big places. So that by the time I think of, yes, going out to, let's say, experience Dubai and the magnificence of what they've done financially with building this and that, it's easy. Yes, it only makes sense that you start from where you are. And as you do things small and gradually increase in your, like go to the next level, is what I'm trying to say. The whole bit about experience makes it easier for you to handle yourself when you go to these places. That's also very important. You become a very good traveler, you become a very good tourist. And I mean, and that's very, very important, rather than just storming a place and you're totally clueless on how to go about everything. And instead of experiencing the place, Rather, you're living in fear and anxiety, and in our place we call it malo. You're just there looking so dumbfounded, like you don't know what's going on. Rather than experience, you're just there, wow, and that's all you can do. So start with what you have, push the limits beyond what you have, grow slowly and slowly, and as they call it, the snowball effect sets in as your experience becomes better and better and better and better and better, and you're growing and growing, and it's becoming faster and faster. Becomes even much more easier. Don't put off things. Don't wait. Time flies as you simply wait. You wanna do it? Go do it. If you can't afford it, do what's in your range. For instance, if I want to buy that big motorcycle that is 400cc, a Suzuki, I don't know, a Honda, whatever it is, and I can't afford it, I'm living in a country where I can honestly afford something that is what 1,200,000, which is not even brand new, it is a second hand. But I want to experience the whole idea of cruising on a motorcycle rather than starting with those Honda CBRs, the very, very big bikes. Hey, there is still a feel to it. Start small. Buy that Bajaj that is second hand, that TVS, that Sankei. Yes, buy those small ones that are old but can give you the fan. Work on it, learn how to ride. Yes, using that very low end motorcycle. And who knows, even what you're calling very low end could somehow make you forget about that 400cc superbike. Oh, yeah, start where you are. Don't put it off simply because you can't afford it. This, for me, in conclusion, is this: we have our dreams, we have things we want to do, we have plans which are humongous, big, and sometimes, not all times, sometimes these big dreams are out of our reach in that moment that we're thinking about them. And two things could happen. We could either keep dreaming about them, strictly them, without thinking in between, or we could give up on our dream. Personally, I'm thinking of living on the third in a different way from those two. I should keep on dreaming, yes, but I should set a pathway to it. And this pathway revolves a lot around living within your means. Many of us want to live beyond our means. It's very, very important. Yes, I want to experience this and experience that, but how do I get it within my means? It's very, very important. Do I simply give up on it and then be sad and always angry that I never did this and did that? No. Do I go and eat loans and get broke and steal and do something nefarious and bad and evil simply because I want to experience that thing that is beyond my means? No. Or do I say, you know what? Right now, there is something similar to what I want. There is an experience that is similar to what I dream of experiencing, and it costs far much less. It is within my means. I'm going to go for that. I'm going to shoot for that fast and get the feel of it. Get to know whether it really makes sense to still desire that thing that is way beyond my means. Am I truly desiring it for the right reasons, or am I just coveting it because someone else has it? Start within your means. And it's out of experiencing what living within your means is. Then, as you still dream of that big one, you can progress. You can say, okay, it feels like this. I want more. I'm gonna do something legit about it, like this. Legit, not fraudulent, not evil for your own desires. So that's the thing. While I'm dreaming about getting 1 billion, while I'm dreaming about visiting the Grand Canyon or the beaches in the Philippines or Thailand, my means do exist. I should embrace them. Visit my Uganda. Within the money that I earn, which is not 1 billion, utilize it to the sweetest point of it. Build out of what I have and allow God, not allow God, and wait on God as I work hard to take me places. It's that simple. Because the word is dream. Not every dream comes true. But to live is right now. To live is real. That's why when we say live within your means, That is true. Dream big, that's fine too. But first, as you dream big, make sure today, at this point, to live within your means and work hard. And yeah, we'll see where tomorrow leads us to. Otherwise, those are just my thoughts for today. Have a good time, stay blessed, and may a wonderful God keep you safe. Bye bye.